Hey guys, long time no see. Um, I just wanted to really quickly address this whole insane situation with the pizza incident. I want to just quickly tell you my side of the story because what you're going to read on the news is just never going to be accurate, like 100%. So I want to give you guys a real account from the horse's mouth. So last month, I went out with my friend and her son, who was only 2 at the time, and we decided to go and eat at Pizza Express because it's super allergen friendly. Like she isn't vegan and her son isn't vegan, but it's great because it's somewhere that she enjoys, her son enjoys, and I can eat safely because they have such a good variety of like vegan options. And the fact that I'm gluten-free and soy-free as well, like, doesn't matter because Pizza Express is very like accommodating. So we picked Pizza Express. We ate there. Um, to be honest with you, the service was very slow. I'm not sure why. Maybe the waiter was new, because it wasn't very busy, but for some reason it took a really long time to get seated, a really long time for the drinks to come out, very long time for the starters to come out, which actually were wrong as well, but you know, irrelevant. And then eventually the infamous pizza came out. I had ordered initially, sorry, I have a bit of a cold. I had ordered a vegan margarita with just like vegan cheese and tomato. And they told me they were out of vegan cheese. And I am like poor, and £1.85 per topping is like quite a lot. So I didn't really know what to do. So I just, and a lot of people have said, you know, why didn't you get like the vegan giardiniera and some of their other options? But honestly, I wasn't thinking very clearly. I just, you know, I knew I just needed to order quickly, and I wanted it to be a pizza that I knew that I would enjoy. So I just said, okay, you know, don't worry about the cheese. Just what about just red onions and some pine nuts? um, and when it came, when it arrived, I did laugh because, not in the waiter's face, once he'd gone, I laughed because I thought, okay, you know, it wasn't what I expected. You know, I thought that maybe there would be some like garlic oil, maybe some um, basil, oregano, um, just basic herbs and spices. Like, I'm not even a good cook, but I know how important these herbs are, to make pastas, pizzas, etc. taste good. So I'd expected that to be on the base. So the tomato sauce was, you know, edible. It was also very, very thick. And then the onions were raw, which was, you know, just frustrating, but it's fine. I knew I wasn't going to send it back. You know, I was so hungry. It had been over an hour. My friend had her 2-year-old son who was equally hungry. My friend was hungry. I just thought, right, suck it up, Mary. Eat this pizza. So I ended up, somebody made a joke about this, but this is actually what I did. I folded it up and ate it like almost like a wrap, like a tomatoey, like marinara wrap. And it was just very bland, like flavorless, very greasy. The base was very hard, which I suppose you're going to get with gluten-free bases, but it was particularly hard. And there were just no herbs anywhere. You know, this onion being raw made it very sharp and tangy. the tomato was very sour. There was no like balance of sweetness in there. It obviously hadn't like marinated for a long time. But I really, I'm not like one to complain. So the last thing I was going to do was complain. So I just ate it, paid, and left. I didn't get dessert or anything. Especially not with how long it was taking. Like the initial plan was to get dessert, but it was just taking too long. So actually, maybe we did get dessert. I can't remember. I don't think we did, but anyway, forgot all about it because it wasn't a big deal. Like Pizza Express is literally like in my top favorite all-time restaurants. Like I eat there so regularly. So I did honestly forget about this one instant. It just wasn't like a big deal. But I was cleaning out my like photos on my phone a few days ago, and I saw that photo in there, the photo of the pizza, and I chuckled and thought maybe I'll share that in the Facebook group Vegan UK. Like maybe they'll get a laugh out of it too. So I shared it in Vegan UK, and the responses were coming through like thick and fast. Like people were commenting and commenting like, what is that? You know, all these kind of crazy things. They got quite creative. Some people were saying it looked like art. One person said it looked a bit like a moon and that the onions were like craters. There were just some very, very funny little comments. Didn't thought that'd be the end of it. I actually turned off commenting for a little while because they were becoming a bit overwhelming. And the next thing is I got a direct message on Facebook from a lady who said she worked for the Daily Mail. And my initial thought was, because I can't stand the Daily Mail. Anyone who knows me knows how much I hate that tabloid. She asked if she could call me, and I thought, okay, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. So we spoke, and I said to her, are you vegan? The first thing I said was, are you vegan yourself? She said, no, I'm vegetarian. And I said, okay, is this article going to be spreading like anti-vegan, like propaganda? She said, no, nothing like that. It was going to be like a humor-based article about like how funny it was that you got this like crazy looking pizza and that everybody's reactions were so dramatic. So I said, okay, I will do this on one condition, and that's that you, one, make it very clear that I love Pizza Express, that I'm not angry with them about this, that I think that they're an amazing place ordinarily and that this was like a one-off incident. Two, that you don't write any anti-vegan propaganda. And three, don't do that with a broken hand. Three, that you include some photos of some decent vegan food, particularly at Pizza Express. And she was really receptive and really lovely and said that all of that was okay, that she would run the article by me. She asked me to send her a selection of really good food experiences that I'd had eating out. So one of the ones that I sent her was a photo of a really decent Pizza Express pizza where there was vegan cheese and caramelized onions and red onions and spinach, and some really yummy kind of food. And I also sent her some photos from like Mushy Burger in London and Eureka in London, Vooty Beats in Letchworth, Chia Naturally Healthy in Hitchin, just a selection like that. The final article was published and I thought it looked really nice. Kind of assumed that would be the end of it, but then I started getting more private messages from other newspapers. There was like the Metro, the Sun, really not a fan of the Sun, can I just say, the Daily Star, the Independent, and I thought, I don't really know why they want this weird recycled story about pizza, but okay. And I gave them all the same stipulations. I literally copied and pasted this same message, basically saying, you can't make this like an anti-vegan rhetoric. And then the next day, it grew into Unilad, Lad Bible. Um, what was the website? The USA Times or something. Um, and then it just went viral from there. And then I started finding it in Russia, New Zealand, Australia, Germany, Brazil. It was so strange. And every time I see it, every time somebody tags me in another article, the first thing I do is copy and paste this statement that I wrote that basically explains that I love Pizza Express. I think they're great. I don't want this to put people off like trying their amazing vegan options, that I endorse them. I think they're fantastic. And for the most part, people have been really positive, but I have had a couple of really negative things being said, and I know you shouldn't like read into the negative things. I would be like useless if I was like a full-time like celebrity, because I would read everything that was written about me and then just cry myself to sleep every day. And I know you have to like be strong, let these things wash over you. They're just strangers hiding behind a keyboard, but you can't help but pay a little bit of attention. And actually, a few of the negative comments have come from my own friends. So I wanted to address a few things. Firstly, and this is really important to me that people know this, I did not, I was not after attention. I posted it as a joke in a vegan group. Someone said they were going to run a small story on it, and it blew up. I have no control over the media. It was not my fault. I did not ask for it. So to all the people who are calling me attention seeking, don't, because you're wrong. Second of all, I was not paid to do this. Like someone, oh god, somebody actually suggested that I like had just been paid off by Pizza Express, and this isn't true. They did give me a £50 compensation voucher, but I've been very open about that and honest because I think that was such a kind thing to do. But they didn't pay me off to like keep my mouth shut. I never opened my mouth in the first place. It was the newspapers that contacted me. I didn't, like, you know, because a lot of people are saying that I was very whiny about the whole thing, and that, you know, if I managed to eat it and pay for it, then it can't have been that bad. And I agree. It wasn't that bad. It just is a very unfortunate, it had a very unfortunate appearance, and it's not Pizza Express's usual quality, and I think people recognised that, and that's why it went so big, rather than it being like me being just whiny. I was not paid by any of these newspapers. I wouldn't take money for it because it would be strange. A lot of people were very upset and saying that I sold myself out by agreeing to be in the Daily Mail. As I said before, I hate that paper. I don't endorse the tabloids. I really hate tabloids as a whole. The Daily Mail and The Sun are my worst two, and I'm in both of those. I didn't choose that. Like, I know I opted for the Daily Mail, but only because I thought if they can put a positive spin on veganism, that could actually do more good than harm. Take that as you like. But I think a few of you have felt almost betrayed that I went with them. But that wasn't anything other than because I thought it would benefit animals in the long run. I am obviously going to receive negativity, and that's okay. But just remember, to all the people out there that want to type mean things, that I am a human being. I live and I breathe. There is someone on the other end of that screen. When you're typing away on your phones, on your laptops, there is actually someone on the other end reading that. And, you know, it's all fun and games until feelings, you know, get hurt. And I know that I could choose to let it wash off me, but like I said, I'm quite a sensitive person anyway. I expected a few mean comments, but like some of them have been quite intense. I've had like Russian men telling me that I belong to like a freak show, very like schoolyard things. I had a man from, I don't know where he was from. Oh, I hear a cat. Oh, okay. Sorry. I had a man tell me that I belong to a cult. All this, just remember, this is all over a pizza that didn't have cheese and pine nuts. Like, it's not that deep, bro. um, so just have a good laugh and remember, it's only pizza. Bye, guys.